similar in their style of play. They're veteran defensemen, 31 years of age for Fetisov, handles the puck well, moves up, and some size, take the body, upper. Fetisov had a little slow start, but they feel that right after the Christmas break is the time that these guys, the Soviets who are just coming in, have gotten themselves acclimated and watch them take off. And it's starting to pan off for Fetisov right now. Kasatonov has just come over recently, played a couple games down in the minors, but is another guy, a world-class skilled player. These two guys played on that top unit with the Central Red Army team and also in the Soviet national team. At age 30, Kasatonov may have a little more size, a little more rugged, but another guy who moves the puck quickly, jumps up on the play, and is very smart defensively. You've got two world-class people back there to add to guys like Danico, Wolanin, and people like Driver who also handle the puck well. So they've got a very mobile, active defense right now.
The Capital Center debut tonight for this season for Mike Richard, a young man whom capabilities Terry Murray is certainly well acquainted with.
Had a terrific season again in Baltimore. Comes to the Capitals after scoring 36 goals with the Baltimore Skip Jackson. Got his first action this season the other night. Played a pretty strong game on Long Island and will again get a good opportunity to play with some key people. He'll be out there with Stephen Leach and Michael Pavanka. The Capitals need offense. They need production on the power play, and this is an area that Mike Richard can give them. He's very creative around the net. He is very quick. His size and his skating may be a question mark, but there's no doubt at the American Hockey League level, he has been a prolific goal scorer. Now the Capitals are going to have to give him a chance to see if he can make it at this level, and there's a good man to do it with. Terry Murray was very well aware, as you mentioned, of the skills Mike Richard has.
Terry maybe tipping his hand a little bit there with Jeff Rimmer, saying that it might be a little bit of a defensive, boring type style game. Maybe he doesn't plan to go into all of his changes the first time around tonight.
I don't think he can, and maybe more importantly, not so much just until the players get acclimated to him, but why take a chance on getting another negative situation right off the bat? If he tells his players to be more conservative, maybe there wouldn't be the aggressive play by Calle Johansson, but nonetheless a turnover by Calle Johansson that leads to the Pittsburgh 3-on-2 break, and a minute 20 seconds into the game, all of a sudden you're down 1-0. So don't take those chances right off the bat. Let's stay in the game in the first 10 minutes and see if you can really start bury chances of your own and get a good start in this contest with the new coach and this crowd behind him.
Okay, the Capitals and the Devils all set to go at center ice, and right now let's turn things over to Capital Center public address announcer Marv Brooks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise, join Glenn Cunningham in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bunkers sing and our gay through the night, that our flags once still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Here's a look at tonight's referees. Andy Van Helleman will be working the game with the stripes on the arm. The linesmen are Pat DePuzzo and Kevin Collins. Now the starting goaltenders for this evening's contest. Sean Burke gets the start in goal for New Jersey, backed up by Chris Terreri. Burke in 32 games is 15, 12, and 4, a 3.78 average, no shutouts. Don Beaupre goes for Washington, backed up by Bob Mason. Beaupre is 15, 16, and 3, 36 games, a 3.37 average, and 1 shutout. Capitals get the opening draw. We're underway, and on the right wing, Dino Ciccarelli is pinned against the sideboards by Craig Wolanin. Beaupre plays the puck out of the zone and all the way to center ice. Here's Wolanin back at his own line. Dumped into the Washington zone. Kevin Hatcher starts out, leads ahead to Kelly Miller. Miller works to the center line, and now to Mike Ridley. Ridley inside the Devils zone, throws it rink wide for Dino Ciccarelli. Here's Ciccarelli taking it behind the net. Played back to the point, and Shanahan tips it free, and out come the Devils again. Wolanin drives it right into the leg of Kevin Hatcher. He deflects it ahead to Ciccarelli. Here's a slap shot, knocked down by Burke in the goal. Turnaround drive, and that's stopped by Burke as Dino Ciccarelli was stopped from close range. Now in the corner. The Devils start out again. Flip to center ice, and Bob Rouse plays it in the neutral zone. Just underway with this game, no score. Clears back inside the Devils zone, and here is Burke to tip it into the corner. Dale Hunter digs it out, centers it. Just missed Jeff Courtnall with a pass. At the blue line, Hunter keeps it inside New Jersey ice. Capitals have 2 shots on goal already. Here's Courtnall in the corner. Now the Devils come back up to center ice, and Rouse has to chase it into his own zone. Bob Rouse off the boards and puts it all the way back inside New Jersey ice. Capitals change on the fly. Devils doing likewise. David Maley up to center inside the Washington zone. Hook check by Michael Pavanka. He leads it across the line. Mike Richard into the corner, but has it taken away, and the Devils come back on the attack. Here's a lead pass to center for Maley. That's again cleared by Pavanka. Back to the Washington line. Here's Johansson losing it down to Kurjan. Sylvain Kurjan tries to get a shot on. And it's blocked by Johansson, and he clears off the boards and sends it all the way down. No icing on this play. The Devils start out with a clearing pass up the boards. Into forecheck. Capitals Steve Leach. And the puck cleared all the way down the ice. Kleinendorf's back to get it. Leads a pass on the right wing side for Alan May. He's checked at center, and the puck comes loose. Breaking in one-on-one. Here's a shot stopped by Beaupre. Don Beaupre came up with a big save there to stop Brown, and he goes after the puck again. Pushed off the puck at the line. It's cleared all the way down now by Calle Johansson. Back in Devils territory, Rob Murray. Into the corner, Ivan Korovo checked there. It's sent to the point. Hatcher can't keep it in. Jamie Huscroft starts back. He's across the line. Fires, and a shot blocked by Kent Painter. The rebound stopped, and the Devils knock it in the net. Capitals are saying hit with a high stick. And Andy Van Hellemond is ruling that stick was not above shoulder level. The goal will stand, and the Devils take a 1-0 lead.
Boy, some things never change. The Capitals again, it's down to a 2-on-1 break, and you can see the wide open man. Don Beaupre makes the save, and well, that's a very, very tough call to make. Ken Danico is the man coming in, and that is the angle to look at one more time, but you've got a 2-on-1. The initial shot is blocked. Then Beaupre gets the shot on goal, and there is the whack in by Danico. Let's take one more look at it. It's got to be above the shoulders.
I think it's a correct call. He sure waited long enough, almost as if in deference to that rule.
Once again, the Capitals have to come from behind, and come because an odd man break has given the New Jersey Devils a great scoring opportunity. Beaupre had already stopped Doug Brown earlier on a clear-cut breakaway.
Play continues now. Ciccarelli's line out there. He and Miller go into the corner, and Ridley now chases it and sends it behind the net. Kelly Miller tied up on the play. It's sent out of the zone and cleared all the way down the ice back to the Washington end. Played by Don Beaupre, so no icing. Given off now to Bill Holder. Right side for Kevin Hatcher. Out to center ice for Ciccarelli. Throws it across the line. Back inside the Devils zone. Courtnall jams up behind the net. Mike Ridley tries to dig it free. He's pulled to the ice by McLean. There'll be a call here for hooking. Andy Van Hellemond has given out the first penalty of this contest to the Devils. It'll set up the first Washington Capitals power play. Here are the Capitals missing from the lineup, and you can read down as far as Wickenheiser, and everything prior to that is injury related. The other three not included in tonight's lineup. Korn, Velishek, and Ruotsalainen are not playing for New Jersey. The Devils have no injuries.
The work behind the goal, Courtnall out there with Ridley. Ridley makes the move to the puck. Is hooked down by Brown. 4:15 for the first penalty of the game against New Jersey's, or against John McLean, I should say. McLean getting that hooking call. Capitals 20th in the league on the power play. A real struggle.
Extra man advantage here for the Capitals, and Holder sends it over to Hatcher at the point. Now to Michael Pavanka into the corner. Richard fires and hopes to find Cicerelli loose at the side of the net, but it's tipped wide. Now back again to Dino Cicerelli. He gives to Mike Richard. Played off the boards, and it gets past Holder at the point and skims all the way down the ice.
Pretty decent movement there. Not only puck movement, but player movement as Pavanka made that darting move, opened up some space. Mike Richard stepped into it. It's a nice centering pass across, and something Dino Cicerelli's going to have to start looking for if Richard can continue to make that pass to provide Dino some easy tap-in opportunities.
Cicerelli has it tipped free to Mark Johnson. Here come the Devils back shorthanded. Mark Johnson across the line, passes to Muller. He's in front, and Beaupre slides way out of the net to stop him. Now in the corner, Muller has it taken away. Mike Richard starting back on the Washington power play, which has 55 seconds to go in it. The Devils penalized as John McLean sent off the ice for hooking, and Washington has the man advantage. And once again, the Devils penalty killers cleared all the way down. Now both teams change up the line.
Well, Billy Holder made a very dangerous gambling play. Once he lost possession, the puck went after it and allowed the Devils to pinch past him and get another 2-on-1 break, where Beaupre had to come up large one more time.
This is Calle Johansson. Stick handles to center ice. His pass is intercepted, and Doug Brown clears it all the way back inside the Washington zone. Johansson starts out again. A right wing pass to Courtnall. He's to center. He's across the blue line. Courtnall back to the point. That's taken away. Doug Brown intercepted. He is ahead now with Danico. In across the line, fires, and it zips past Beaupre into the net on the stick side. And just as McLean comes out of the penalty box, so it's not a shorthanded goal, but the Devils certainly didn't have the player McLean to help them out there. The Devils have taken a 2-0 lead.
And look who's beaten the Capitals both times. Defenseman Ken Danico, known for his toughness, known for his defense, but never known as an offensive threat. He's come whistling down and beaten down Beaupre twice, but on that last rush, Mike, the Capitals had the puck deep in the zone. Jeff Courtnall had it. How many times last year did we see Jeff Courtnall from that exact spot there on that right wing faceoff circle just whistle a drive in? Instead, he pulled up, tried to make a pass back to Bob Rouse. The Devils intercepted, start out on the break. 3-on-2. Danico finishes off, and the Capitals have to come back from another huge hole, this time 2-0.
Here's John McLean leading the puck ahead to center ice. Flipped across the line, and Patrick Sundstrom chases after. Kevin Hatcher gets there first. The Devils lead 2-0. They have outshot Washington 5-2. Those first two shots came early in the game for the Caps. They had nothing going on the power play. Here's Sundstrom into the corner. Checked by Kevin Hatcher. Now Holder's back to take it. Bill Holder to center ice. Gets across the New Jersey line. Holder into the corner. This is Leach with a pass. Now Richard back to take it. Throws it in behind the net. Ivan Korovo bumped on the play. The puck loose in front of the net. And the Capitals have Steve Leach tripped up right in front of the goal, but nothing called on Alex Kapitonov. Soviet defenseman making good use of his stick there to trip Steve Leach. Now the puck cleared back inside the Devils zone. Leach to the corner. Shot to the ice. Richard in to throw ahead. Tries to dig it out. Brendan Shanahan begins the rush for New Jersey. Out to center, and Sylvain Turgeon's long drive goes wide of the net. Now Richard comes up with a puck in neutral ice. Stick handles to the blue line. Poke check free, and Bob Rouse recovers for Washington. 12 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first period. The Devils lead the Capitals 2-0. Here's Muller. Taken away, and just as John Tucker gets his stick on it, here comes Danico starting back. He has both New Jersey goals. Throws it ahead into the corner. Got Kleinendorf for Washington in to take it. Bumps with Muller. And now here comes Hunter starting out. Right wing side to Tucker. Back to Hunter. Across the line to John Tucker. Tucker centers it. It's knocked down in front of the net. The Devils come out on the attack. Muller to center ice. Throws it on into the Washington zone as New Jersey begins a line change. John Tucker on the right wing. Over to Kleinendorf. Now dumped into the Devils zone. Caps complete a line change, and here is Bruce driving. He starts out to center. Now to Maley. Maley gets across the line. Wrist shot. Maley deflected, but it goes wide into the corner. Out comes Mike Ridley for Washington. Now to Jeff Courtnall. Back to Ridley. He's across the line to Cifarelli. On his backhand. Turns it around and fires, and Burke swats that away into the corner with his goal stick. Out come the Devils on the attack. They lead 2-0. At the blue line. Yadi Oyadi fires a wrist shot. And that sizzles past Beaupre into the net on the stick side. New Jersey takes a 3-0 lead.
Well, this looks like a replay of the other night with Pittsburgh as the Penguins continued to fly all through that first period and took a 3-0 lead. Here that shot comes out of the skates. It may have given Beaupre a little bit of a problem initially, but that is something that a goaltender should be able to stop. Didn't look like it changed any kind of direction, just did not look like Don Beaupre was all the way set and ready for this.
New Jersey goal, number 22, Yadi Oyadi. Assist number 10, Bob Brook. Assist number
Bob Brook
2,
picks up the assist.
Batisov.
And so does Batisov, the defenseman. Here's an icing call to stop play. And New Jersey has scored 3 goals 3 minutes apart to lead the Washington Capitals 3-0 with 10.5 minutes to play here in the first period.
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized, Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth, real draft beer taste, the world is a very cool place. So tap into the cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
A man who also was part of the coaching change this year, John Cunniff, coming in and replacing Jim Schoenfeld. You see his record with the New Jersey Devils, and what a happy man he's got to be right now, because from the flip side, we talk about the Capitals trying to be conservative, trying to survive the first 10 minutes without any problems. Well, John Cunniff had to be telling his team the Capitals were going to come out flying in those first 10 minutes, so you be the team that keeps them off the board and convert your chances when you get them, and the Devils have certainly done that in spades with the 3-0 lead as we just now approach the 10-minute mark of the first period.
New Jersey scores at 3:11, 6:15, and 9:15. And right now, Patrick Sundstrom starts from his own zone. Leads it ahead to center ice. Kevin Hatcher sends it across the line, back into the corner. Played by Kasatonov off the boards and out to Brendan Shanahan at center ice. Back to the blue line. McLean pushed over by Mike Richard. Sundstrom, of all people, comes in and nails Richard, knocking him down. And now the linesmen get in there to pull the players apart as McLean and Richard are on the bottom of the heap. 9:36 to go in the first period. There's a break in the action. The Devils lead the Caps 3-0.
Another huge hole for the Washington Capitals to have to try and dig themselves out of. The 3-0 lead. for the New Jersey Devils. There's Richard knocking McLean down. They'll watch McLean respond, and then Patrick Sundstrom come in from behind. And you're a winning team. You start sticking up for each other, and everybody loves it. And now the Capital Center fans with a mock cheer for John Beaupre's glove save.
Here's Steve Leach, brings it ahead to Michael Pavanka at the blue line. Pavanka on the left wing tries to center for Richard, and it goes back into the corner. Now it's played out of the zone to center ice. Leach throws it in behind the Devils' net. Tommy Albaline back to get it. The puck played to center, and Bob Rouse takes over at the Washington line. Ahead for Steve Leach, hit by Albaline. Hushcroft recovers back inside the Jersey zone. He throws it all the way down. Rouse is back for it. This should be icing. And there's the whistle to stop play with 8:45 to go in this first period. The Devils have outshot the Caps 7-5, but they lead them 3-0 on the scoreboard.
Just in terms of personnel changes right now that we can pick out, Mike, Terry Murray using Pavanka, Richard, and Leach quite a bit. They're getting plenty of ice time in the early going. Obviously, in an effort to try and get something back on the scoreboard. The only other move is the one that's out there right now with John Tucker. He's basically played all his career as a center iceman. He's in the lineup tonight, but on right wing with Dale Hunter and Jeff Courtnall.
Long drive way wide of the Capitals net. Beaupre snares that with a glove. Leaves it for Kleinendorf behind the goal. Here's John Tucker on the right wing. Check. Turgeon grabs Tucker, but the puck cleared all the way down by Hunter. Courtnall racing after. Gets it in the corner. He's onside. Brings it back to the point. Johansson tries to get a shot off, and that's blocked, and it's cleared out of the zone to center. Calle Johansson with the puck for Washington, back to his own line. Devils leading 3-0. 8 minutes to play, first period. Johansson retreats in behind his own net. Leads the pass ahead for Courtnall. Deeks his way around his check. Turgeon gets to the blue line. Inside the line. Gives to Hunter. And it's stolen. And Bruce Driver starts back for New Jersey. Out to Kirk Muller. Muller flips it across the line back inside the Washington zone. Here comes Kent Painter with the puck. Shoots it across the line back inside the New Jersey end. Kelly Miller digs his way behind the net. Slams on the break. Turns the other direction. Puts it back in the skates of Ciccarelli, who's caught in traffic there. Fetisov right on Ciccarelli. Dino works loose. Centers, but it bounces over the stick of Wrigley. Now Hatcher a shot. And that's caught by Burke, and he wants to stop it in play. So he holds onto the puck with a catching glove and gets the whistle.
Sean Burke, a very hot man as of late. 7-1-1 over his last 9 games. Another routine glove save. Puck was definitely a little wide of the net. Burke not taking any chances. Talking to New Jersey goaltending coach Bob Bellamore before the game, and he said, you know, the main difference between Sean Burke's play lately and then in the beginning of the season was simply that Burke was injured just almost all of training camp and literally had to play his way into shape by facing National Hockey League game action. Didn't have any preseason games, very few practices, and that's simply it. Now that he's back in shape and back in condition, he's playing like the Sean Burke of old.
And Painter runs into some difficulty at his own blue line, but recovers and throws it all the way down back into the Devils zone. Painter back at the point. Wide. Fires a shot and a goal! Painter had the drive from the blue line. It was deflected on the way in. And the Capitals are on the board at 3-1.
Well, this is different from the Pittsburgh game. The Capitals don't wait till the second period to finally get one back. I want to see if this doesn't go off Wolanin, who is tied up with Mike Wrigley in front. The drive coming in from Painter. Changes direction there, and yep, right off the skates of Craig Wolanin, who was doing a fine job keeping Mike Wrigley out of there. The Capitals need a break and get one on the drive from Painter. It's deflected twice, and they're going to give the goal now to Dino Ciccarelli, saying he got the deflection that put it onto Wolanin's skates. Whatever, the Capitals finally get one, and it's now a 3-1 hockey game.
Number 23 on the season for Dino Ciccarelli. Kent Painter with the assist at 13-12. Here's Alan May on the right wing, gets to the blue line. He's challenged there, and the puck goes into the corner. Ivan Corvo in to throw a hit. Puck taken behind the net by Brendan Shanahan. Over to Tommy Alberline. Up the boards, and Rob Murray keeps it going. Back to Ivan Corvo. Corvo tripped up on the play. Alan May kicks it along the baseboard, and now McLean takes over for New Jersey. 3-on-2 Devils rush. Alberline to the blue line. Up ahead to Shanahan. Hit by Rouse. Back to Alberline, a shot. Rebound. Slammed into the net by McLean. He got away from Rob Murray, who tried to tie him up. And Tommy Alberline puts the Devils into a 4-1 lead.
Boy, it is just unbelievable. Billy Holder stops, sees that Alberline, the defenseman, is pulled up, so backs off and allows Beaupre to handle the shot, which he does. But bursting through the check of Rob Murray, despite being pulled down to the ice, is John McLean with nobody back there to help. Nobody's there to clear that rebound out. Billy Holder did one thing right and one thing wrong. He was drawn out too high. He didn't challenge all the way out, but he still was in no position to help his goaltender out by handling any kind of rebound. And all the good fortune the Caps had in getting that Ciccarelli goal is completely wiped out as the Devils come back and score on their very next opportunity.
John McLean gets the goal, his 26th of the season, from Alberline and Shanahan at 14:04.
Labatt's Blue, crisp, clean, imported beer from Canada.
Well, Terry Murray certainly is getting a first-hand look at exactly what his brothers had to put up with for a number of games now. Washington Capitals making mental mistakes, making errors, the other team taking advantage of it. Having to struggle all the time in these hockey games, coming from behind in the early going.
Bob Brooks throws the puck back inside the Washington zone. Mike Richard over to get it, but it's taken instead by the Devils. Muller, he floats it right in front of the net, drifts wide to the corner. Now here comes Michael Pavanka starting out. Rushes to center ice. Drops it back for Johansson, and he pushes it on into the New Jersey zone. Devils play it. Maley out to center. Long drive, and Beaupre makes the grab. It was going to go wide of the net anyway. Johansson up to Pavanka, dumps it in. Turgeon into the corner. Took it behind the net. Now it's taken out. The Devils start back. Bruce Driver flips across the line for Kirk Muller. He's nailed by Hatcher. Out come the Capitals with a 4-on-3 rush. Hatcher carries to the line, fires and a save. Rebound shot and a goal! Jeff Courtnall following up the play. Makes it 4-2.
Well, Jeff Courtnall gets a room service rebound right out to him. Sean Burke does not play this well. Once he stops the Kevin Hatcher drive that comes from the blue line, for some reason he's really out of position. He's down, tries to flop out to get that rebound instead of standing back and being able to cover it. And Courtnall takes advantage, buries the shot, and the Capitals once again slice the double lead down to 2 in a very wide open first period.
Kevin Hatcher gets the lone assist on Courtnall's 14th goal of the season. The time 15:25. 4-2 the score. New Jersey has the lead. Hatcher bounces it in front of the net. It comes back to Courtnall in the corner. Now Hunter trying to center it. A shot and a goal! The pass out came right to John Tucker, and he threw it by Burke into the net. It's a one-goal game at 4-3.
Well, you've got basically two center icemen working on this line. John Tucker, as we told you, playing right wing, but he's not positioned at this time like a right wing normally would. However, it really pays off for the Capitals as Hunter acts almost like positioned like a center iceman, and the Capitals come roaring back. They've got a real shot of emotion now. The crowd back on their side, and this game looking better. Just a one-goal New Jersey lead.
Cats break it up, and here comes Ciccarelli starting back. Over to Bill Holder. Holder fires in from center ice. Burke roadblocks behind the net. Ciccarelli back to throw a hit. He levels Tommy Alberline. The puck cleared back inside the Washington zone, and now here's McLean to get it. He's bumped by Bob Rouse. Here's a lead pass. Ciccarelli from Holder. He shoots, and a save by Burke. Rebound shot by Miller. Covered by Sean Burke. It looks like a penalty call coming with 3:24 remaining in the first period. The Devils lead the Capitals 4-3.
Why pay high Washington area prices? Visit All-Star Chevrolet Geo in Elk Ridge, where 1990 Geo Metro is just $124 a month. A 1990 Cavalier, just $120 a month. A 1990 Beretta, just $156 a month. A 90 S10 pickup with air conditioning is just $139 a month. All-Star Chevrolet Geo, less than 20 minutes up 95 off the Washington Beltway.
Watch this play by Kelly Miller. He initiates the contact, then spins and forces Danico into a penalty. Miller gets a weak scoring chance away, but does get the penalty against Danico that comes for holding at 16:36.
Well, Terry Murray's club sure showing some fight here and some comeback. After trailing 3-0 to the Devils and 4-1. They're now back in this game at 4-3. Here's Kevin Hatcher from the point. Brings it over to the corner. Courtnall tips it back to Hatcher to the left side. Holder a drive, and that goes wide of the goal. Courtnall back to the point for Hatcher. He brings it to Courtnall, shooting, and it's blocked as Burke reached over and had the blocker pad there to make the save.
Well, that's what the Capitals have to see. A good point shot from Billy Holder that John Tucker just barely missed deflected in. Then Jeff Courtnall in a spot where he has scored consistently last year, turning around and drilling a shot on goal with the screen to work with. At the side of the net, a centering pass, blocked, and Burke reaches for it. It's loose in front of the net. A shot, blocked again. And the puck cleared to the point off Hatcher, and it comes out of the zone. Well, so far, this has been anything but the boring defensive game that Terry Murray warned us might take place. Here's Brooks. Cleared away by John Tucker. Inside the line, and it's cleared to the blue line, but Tucker hustles after it and keeps it in play. Now Fetisov sends it all the way down the ice, and Beaupre reaches out to take it. 45 seconds to go, and the penalty call to Danico. Washington continues on the power play. Now here's a whistle to stop play. And an offside pass will bring the faceoff back to neutral ice. I was wondering, looked like they also noticed the goal might have come loose, or were they just warning Burke about that? I thought the linesman made the whistle, blew the whistle to stop play. Well, in that scramble with Mike Ridley and Burke, along with Driver banging around there, that's apparently where that net dislodged. Boy, John Tucker had an opportunity, but the Devils did a pretty nice job of scrambling back to stop it, as he was able to fish out that loose puck and do the right thing, better his angle and lift it high. Capitals swarming around with some good opportunities on the power play. Still have 40 seconds to work with on the Danico call.
Here's Rouse back at his own line. Leads it ahead. Pavanka to Richard, back to Rouse, over now to Calle Johansson. 30 seconds to go in the Danico penalty. Mike Richard, right wing side for Bob Rouse. Flips it across the blue line, into the corner for Pavanka. Throws it behind the net. Ciccarelli back to take it. Dino Ciccarelli checked, and Richard brings it back to Pavanka. Now to Richard. He centers it. But the Devils able to take charge again, and they come back on the attack. Tommy Alberline grabbing that puck in front of the New Jersey goal, and now clears it all the way down. Beaupre makes the stop, and again gets the Bronx cheer from the Capitol Center crowd. Here's Ciccarelli looking for Johansson. The Devils come out. Here's Doug Brown flipping it toward the Washington goal, and Beaupre leans to his right. and scoops up the puck to stop play.
We certainly can't say Don Beaupre has been at fault on every goal. There's a situation where you've got completely unchecked men able to whack at pucks. Did not look sharp on a couple of the tallies, but at least in the other two, basically had no chance. Now he's got to buckle down. This team is right back in it. It's a one-goal hockey game. This is where he can completely put the 4 goals that beat him out of his mind and start from here and give the Capitals a chance not only to tie this game up, but win this hockey game that still is going to be a wide open affair. I have no doubt the way these two teams are going for the rest of the contest. With 1:15 left here in the first period.
Brook against Hunter for the draw. Dale Hunter wins the faceoff, brings it back to Kevin Hatchett. Right wing pass to Steve Leach. Out to Hunter at center ice. Kelly Miller right on the red line. He ends up with Driver against the boards and works it loose to Leach. We're in the final minute of play in the first period. Here's Fetisov over on the right wing boards and picked up now by Kent Painter. He leaves it to Kelly Miller. Tries to flip it across the line to Steve Leach. Back to the right point. Now Hatcher walking in. Shoots, and Burke made the save through a crowd. Hunter in front. Tries to get a shot off, and Burke lunging and covers the puck right out in front of the goal crease. Down to 32 seconds left here in the first period. And Burke, again, willing to settle for a faceoff in his own zone amidst all that mayhem in front of the net.
Well, this is the type of hockey where Dale Hunter is so effective. Battles in front of the net because of the recent Capital power play. It's a mix-up of lines. Guys who have played on 3 different lines to start this game, Hunter, Leach, and Miller, but some good scoring chances. And I can't assure you that since we last saw that man in that very same pose, he has moved once. You've got to take him to Kerry Simpson School of coaching positions. Stand in one spot, don't move too often. It's not time-lapse photography.
But you've never met a Southie that didn't have a lot of moves.
Oh. Great job so far done by John Cunniff, really settling this team down in the X's and O's department.
Albaline back in his own zone. Cunniff came to the Devils from the Boston Bruins. But also coached with the Hartford Whalers. Lead pass for Dino Ciccarelli. Out to center ice. Long drive is kicked wide by Burke. Now right through the goal mouth. Over to Ciccarelli on right wing. His shot kicked aside by Burke. And McLean starts back for New Jersey. 4 seconds left in the period. Play broken up at the blue line and now thrown in right at the horn. We finished tonight's first period of play, and the first period as a National Hockey League head coach for Terry Murray. The Capitals trail the Devils 4-3. Shots on goal in the first period. Washington 16 and the New Jersey Devils 12. More live exclusive coverage comes your way right after these messages here on the Home Team Sports Television Network.